on Work It with Stanely, Leong and Cheryl. Go. Now, it's a key buzzword that's gotten everyone's attention of late, sustainability. As companies continue to build and grow their sustainability efforts, how realistic are they in actually making an impact while still addressing their business needs? Well, Green Lab, which is Singapore's first eco-solution manufacturing plant, has joined forces with local logistics company Ninja Van Singapore to help companies here achieve that balance of hitting their sustainability goals while also still optimizing their storage and delivery needs.
Now, this partnership between these two Singapore-born firms seeks to enhance the accessibility and affordability of eco-solutions for local businesses. Time now to get more from our guest today. Joining us, Muralikrishnan Rangan, who is CEO and co-founder of Green Lab, Singapore's first eco-solution manufacturing plant. Now, Green Lab is a fully owned subsidiary of Print Lab, which is a member of FNN's Times Publishing Group. Murali, thank you for joining us. Good to have you with us on our show.
Good morning to both of you. Hope everyone is doing well. Hello to all those listeners on CNA938.
We are, thank you, and hope you are as well. Now, Green Lab, all right, Singapore's first eco-solution manufacturing plant. Tell us more about the work that you guys do.
Well, as you very rightly mentioned, myself and my co-founders, we started Print Lab in 2007 as a three-man team. And by the Almighty's grace and a lot of effort, we grew it into Singapore's largest print agency by about 2016-17, where we offered every single print vertical under one roof. So easy things like what you see, all the billboards in Singapore, the big billboards in the airports, the bus liveries, a lot of those are done by the Print Lab group, or the advertisements on the MRT stations. And I think that growth created that partnership and the merger with the FNN group, FNN's Times Publishing, and that partnership came together. It happened just a few months before COVID hit, the partnership between FNN's TPL and our Print Lab group. So we did a merger. And then, for the first time in 15 years, I actually was able to take a step back from my day-to-day grind and actually took a step back to figure out what is the next big thrust of our growth going to be. And this time we were very clear that while Print Lab has grown pretty big, we wanted our next thrust to have a social impact as well. And that's when this whole idea came about, because for the first time we had a bit more time. And in 2022, May, we launched Green Lab, which is Singapore's first eco-solutions manufacturing plant, and it was officiated. Our guest of honor then was then Senior Minister, the current His Excellency President Dharman Shanmugaratnam was our guest of honor to officiate the plant. It was groundbreaking in the sense that we actually were moving production and supply chain of certain forms of packaging in an eco form to Singapore from regional countries, low-cost countries. And that partnership created this whole platform, and there's a huge 200,000 square foot plant where Green Lab is situated. And that's been pretty, just based on our clients and all that, we realize how keen clients are going to go, are wanting to go green, and that is displayed in our relationship and the traction of business with all of them.
So you offer, Murali, quite a lot of eco packaging, is it? So things like your mailers, your boxes. What makes yours eco-friendly?
Well, one big thing that we decided was we will aim to have as little or no plastic in anything that we do. So, because whatever it is, whatever plastic is, whether you recycle it 20,000 times, at the end of the day, when it gets its end of life, it still takes 300 to 400 years to biodegrade. So, we have a plant-based alternative for plastic bags using 100% waste cassava. And so we don't even use cassava that is used for consumption. So we use it that is waste cassava, and then we use it to make pellets to make the bags. And a big thrust of that is in simple things like our bin liners. You really don't need plastic to throw your trash, right?
Yeah.
So we use so a lot of our clients use our bin liners for their normal day-to-day uses for bin liners. So that's plastic. We did bring a complete, the whole world, I think 80 to 90% of the world uses kraft for their paper packaging. And the reason people use kraft is because it's like, as a layman, the shortest distance from your tree to paper. So everybody, your McDonald's, your Burger Kings, whoever you might have it, they use Kraft. And amazingly, Kraft as a business did not exist in Singapore. So every single bag that you see, the hundreds of millions of bags that you see floating around Singapore, was always getting imported from another country. So we brought that whole supply chain to Singapore, and we only use recycled Kraft, or we use FSC Kraft, which means there is no discernible impact to the environment in terms of forestation. So recycled Kraft obviously means that you don't need to cut trees. And we automated the complete process such that amazingly, we are able to offer a cost comparison or a cost competitiveness compared to our regional manufacturing centers as well. Then we do have, like what you said, eco packaging, all your boxes and all that. We have actually a very revolutionary eco pouch, which is actually trying to convert all of those plastic sachets that you see in your supermarkets. And another big thrust of our business is the complete F&B consumable spectrum. Your straws, your bagasses, your burger boxes, your trays, your cups. Every one of them, actually, the cups have a lining in them, a PE lining. So what we have done is we have taken away that lining and we have actually put a water-based lining in it. And that makes the whole thing biodegradable or compostable. It even makes it microwave friendly. That's how you know that it is a cleaner version. Because you can't put a PE waxed paper cup in a microwave oven. So what we tried to do was we tried to create the complete spectrum of what was what people would use in terms of packaging in a green form, but critically made in Singapore, which then takes a lot of warehousing and other kind of costs in terms of supply chain away from them, because if people need to order from overseas, you probably need to order in container loads. And today you don't need to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for telling us more about the solutions that you're providing the market. But at the same time, Bob, we know that a lot of businesses, perhaps clients of yours, potential clients, are trying to also be more sustainable. What have you noticed as being some of their pain points, trying to also at the same time try to hit their sustainability goals?
Well, definitely the notion is very similar. Like, if you have a battery operated car, you're not going to get much cost parity to a normal ICE or combustion engine car. So that mindset is there, that eco equals expensive, but realistically it is not. In some of our verticals, we have actually been able to achieve cost parity with a non-sustainable alternative. And so one of the pain points obviously is cost when customers talk to us. But weighing that in a scale, the other side of it is a lot of customers want to go green. So I can give you a couple, without mentioning names, I can give you examples of customers where even though they do pay a slight higher cost compared to, say, a non-sustainable alternative, because they can use that to go on their social medias or on their marketing pages to mention that what they are giving out to their customers is a greener alternative. They actually tell me that their top line increases because they are able to get more customers who support the eco movement of the restaurants or the retail outlets. And they actually tell me, or the hospitality chains, they actually tell me that people, that they actually get more revenue coming in because of this. So in actual effect, they start doing better than what they did. So yes, they do spend a bit more, but they actually get a lot more in terms of revenue for customers who specifically want to go to a place where the products are eco.
Yeah, the benefits are definitely outweigh the cost. And I also hear that, even being a green business, it opens doors for you to, say, do business with, say, EU markets, for instance, where they want more green businesses coming in.
We've had, for the first time, our kind of business, we actually have started to export to international markets in a big way. And that's also because of the geopolitical situation surrounding US, China and all that. And that suddenly creates, because this supply chain was not there previously here. And now that suddenly creates a platform for businesses out of Singapore to also partner with us for those kind of executions as well.
Murali, I'm just curious. So the packaging that you provide, so like the cassava based ones, can they be recycled in your, like our normal blue bins, or we just have to throw them away because they're biodegradable?
It is so pure that yes, you can throw them in the blue bins. B, if you throw them on the ground, it actually goes back into the ground.
Oh.
Hopefully we don't throw it into the ground. We might get fined.
So but can it? So
I mean, okay, what I meant is in your garden or your backyard or something. It actually does go back inside. It actually goes into the soil.
Interesting.
But also because a lot of us live in high-rise apartments.
Yeah.
You can actually, if you put this cassava bag in 100-degree boiling hot water and leave it in a pail for like about 3 minutes, it actually completely dissolves and disintegrates, and you can actually take that pail of water or the vase of water and actually water your plants. That's how pure the composition of those cassava bags are.
That's cool.
And on the same front, I mean, craft as well. Craft has been massive. You can look at all your pouches that people put their curry puffs or bags that people carry. All of those pouches is today manufactured just in time here, rather than if you did this previously. The only alternative was to do it out of Singapore. And of course, we do only use a net zero deforestation kind of paper for it.
And it also saves on the import costs, right? So it reduces your carbon footprint from, having to bring it and ship it over by the container loads. Okay, Murali, let's talk a bit more about your collaboration with Ninja Van Singapore to help, SMEs here who find it a bit difficult to go green. And how are you helping them to, address sustainability as well as their packaging and logistics needs? What does this collaboration entail?
So as entrepreneurs, I mean, every social good must also have an economic good as well. So the, you mentioned the pain points. So yes, one of the pain points is cost. The other pain points is obviously volume, because retail is terribly expensive in terms of the space that people rent. And, and a lot of the space that people rent in malls and all, they actually using a significant amount of that space storing their goods, because they always had the minimum storage of 20 cartons or 30 cartons. So these were some of the pain points our big customers continuously were talking to us, small home-based businesses as well as the large ones. And then they were big European companies came to us and were challenging us. Murali, it's great that your products are all sustainable and we don't have the carbon footprint by shipping. But how about your local supply chain? Can you help us to also move further in that phase compared to similar to what our partners in Europe are doing? And that's where we, myself and Changwan, the founder of Ninja Van, we came together. We struck an immediate chemistry and bond, and we really zoned in as entrepreneurs on, yes, we do have this groundbreaking platform which is all sustainable products, but can we create another groundbreaking platform where the supply chain is a greener alternative to what is available today in Singapore? And that's how we embarked on this. We have now completely solar paneled our complete roof of the 200,000 square foot plant that we have into us. So renewable energy, creating sustainable products, and the collaboration with Ninja Van is such that every single carton delivery to all our thousands, all the merchants in Singapore, Singapore-based merchants, will strictly be done using electric vans. So the complete supply chain from solar panel, which is partial renewable energy for powering up our sustainable products delivered last mile using electric vans. And the economical side of things, to sort of really have a fantastic incentive for people to actually go green, is for the first time in Singapore, both of us have come together to provide a free storage and free delivery platform with no questions asked in terms of the MOQs.
Right.
So that is truly groundbreaking.
Free
for how long?
Yeah.
Free. That's why we put there free with no conditions. And so that totally changes the way people can order. If you look, we all have gone to our shopping malls and all that, right? So today, their previous model, maybe I need to order an MOQ of 20 cartons before I get free delivery. But that 20 cartons might then mean that you're going to clog up a lot of space, which can otherwise mean another table or another line for your clothes.
Yeah.
Now we come together and we do 2 cartons. We can do 5 cartons. You can do 3 cartons. So, and you can have a daily delivery. I mean, with Ninja Van being the kings of e-commerce and last mile delivery, this becomes a wonderful platform. So green produce, greener supply chain with the added benefit of a free storage, free delivery platform. it really changes the way people now can order, period, full stop. And this is massive for not just the big, large, massive businesses, your metros and all that, but rather also your home-based businesses. Because if you think about it, they are your home-based businesses, your small single outlet, 2 outlet business, our hawker friends and all. Because previously, because they would be using very small quantities, you can't brand anything on them. You can't brand your bags and all that because they're probably just buying 500 to 800. But today with the free storage delivery concept, they can now actually brand their produce with the minimum for 10,000, 20,000 bags. We get it stored, and on every week basis, they can get their 500 to 1,000 bags delivered to their sites, which now allows them to brand their products where whoever walks can actually see the product or see the brand, the brand that the restaurant or the retail outlet or the hospitality chain carries.
So evidently, your business is also impacting other businesses in the way they not just think green, but also do green. Not just businesses alone, but also individuals, the end customer as well. Thank you so much for sharing with us the story behind Green Lab and the green waves that you guys are making together with and in collaboration with Ninja Van Singapore, their local logistics company as well. Are you planning to, bring in more businesses that can continue to aid, support, expand this, green movement that you're already involved with so fully in Green Lab?
We always, as entrepreneurs, all of us are always open to collaboration, but I think Ninja Van and Green Lab by themselves have a long way to go because I think this is just phase 1. We're already working on a phase 2, which is out of Singapore, which is within the region as well. And we actually have a phase 3 that we want to do maybe in the medium term, where we actually start consolidating and picking and packing for other vendors that our retail merchants may use for other stuff, and then consolidate delivery, thereby reducing congestion at the loading bays and all that. So yes, this is not just a single thing, but a progressive. I think there's a lot of depth that we can work towards together. And I think our customers are really happy because we are really helping them just like how they're helping us. Our customers are really happy because they are now seeing a huge uptick in eco-conscious customers visiting their plant when they start putting up their advertisement. So I think, it's good for Singapore.
It's a win-win for everyone.
It's really nice to have the Senior Minister of State for Sustainability, Environment and the Transport, Dr. Amy Khor, who officiated this groundbreaking MOU. And again, I always say, all thanks to the Almighty for making all of this happen.
Green and going greener. That's Green Lab's story there. You're hearing from Muralikrishnan Rangan, who is CEO and co-founder of Green Lab. You can find out more about them on their website, which is greenlab.com.sg. Thank you, Murali. All the best as you continue to do what you do with, of course, more great collaborations, phase 2, phase 3, and onwards. All the best.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day. And looking forward to catching up with you guys in another time. And good morning to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.